All right, survey number 2 for Brook Lane. Number 23 sends it to number 18, and the point goes to Brook Lane. Survey number 2. Number 1 sends it to number 23, who sends it to number 44. Oh, and it drops for the Conquerors. Another point for Brook Lane. And the Conquerors are going to call a timeout. The score is currently 20-18 Brook Lane. Sorry, my apologies. It's 20-16. Survey number 2. And the Conquerors send it to number 1, Alyssa Johnson, for the Conquerors, and it hits the net. The point goes to Brook Lane. All right, and another point for Brook Lane. An ace. 23-16. We lead by 7 points. And serving, number 2. Hit over by number 23, Maddie Whiting. Number 15 is going to set it to number 18. Emily Mentor is going to set it to number 23. And that's a kill by number 40 for the Brook Lane Christian School. Serving number 2. 24 serving 16. Serving for set point number 2. Number 23 sends it to number 3. And saved by number 1. Number 2 sends it over to number 15. And a spike by number 4. Saved by number 0, Ariana Gonzalez. Hit over by number 44. And the point goes to Brook Lane. That is set. We'll be back shortly for set number 2. right, serving number 3, Allie Whiting. And 15 sends it to number 4. And that's a point for Brooke Lane. It's currently 1-1. And hits into the net by number 40. Serving at number 18 for the Conkers. Serving number 18. And it's out of bounds by Conkers. That's a point for Brooke Lane. Serving number 4. 2 serving 3. Conkers currently in the lead by 1 point. If you weren't here for set number 1, it was won by Brooke Lane, 25-16. And number 2 sends it over to number 22, and it hits the net. That's a point for the Conkers. Serving number 1, Alyssa Johnson for the Conkers. And 15 sends it over to number 14 and hits the net. A point for the Conkers. 5-2. Serving number 1, Alyssa Johnson. Serving number 1, Libero. Number 14 hits the net. Another one for the Conkers. 6-2. Conkers taking an early lead in set number 2 of this match. And Brooke Lane they called a timeout, but the play was already started, so they had to go back and play. Number 4 sends it to number 15, who sends it to number 14 for a spike. Number 1 returns it, sends it to number 3. And a spike by number 22, Hallie Hartman, is inside. A point for the Conkers. And Brooke Lane is going to take a timeout. The score is currently 7-2. Score is currently 7-2. Conkers in the lead by 5 points at the moment. All right. Serving number 1, Alyssa Johnson for the Conkers. And that's an ace for the Conkers. Serving number 1, Libero, Alyssa Johnson. 8 serving 2. 15 sends it to number 40. 1 sends it to number 23. And it hits the net. The point goes to Brooke Lane. Serving number 40 for Brooke Lane. 3 serving 8. And it's a kill by number 23, Maddie Whiting for the Conkers. 9 serving 3. Serving number 23, Maddie Whiting. And a point goes to the Conkers. Serving number 23, Maddie Whiting. Serving number 23. Before sends it to number 40. Number 23 sends it to number 44, who sends it to number 23, and it hits the net. A point for Brooke Lane. For serving 10. Concord still in the lead by 6 points. Serving number 22. 23 sends it over to number 3. 44 sends it to number 23, who sends it over to number 3. Number 23 sends it over to number 3. 22 is going to send it to 15. And it's out of bounds. The point goes to the Conkers. Serving number 22 for the Conkers. 11-4. Conkers in the lead by 7 points. Number 23 sends it over to number 18 for a tip. And the point goes to Brooke Lane. And going in for number 22 is number 0. And serving number 14 for Brooke Lane. Number 23 sends it outside. A point for Brooke Lane. 6-11. Concord still in the lead by 5 points. And a service short. Another one for the Conkers. 12-6. Going in for number 1, Alyssa Johnson. Libero is number 14, Janelle Riley. Serving number 44. And 15 sends it over to number 2. A tip. Hit out of bounds by the Conkers. A point for Brooke Lane. Seven to 12. Serving number 2. Number 23 sends it over to number 3. And it's a kill for number 3, Allie Whiting. And serving number 3 for the Conkers. And it hits the net by number 15. A point for the Conkers. 14-7. Conkers in the lead by 7 points. Serving number 3, Allie Whiting. And it hits the ground by the Conkers. Another one for Brooke Lane. 8-14. And serving number 15. Number 3 sends it over to number 1. And it's a point for the Conkers. Serving number 18. Going in for number 0, Ariana Gonzalez, is number 22, Hallie Hartman. Serving number 18, Emily Minter. Number 18 sends it to number 3. Number 40 sends it to number 1, who sends it to number 3. And a spike by number 23. Number 3 sends it over to number 22, and it hits the net. A point for Brooke Lane. Serving number 2. Number 1 sends it to number 3. Sends it to number 23. Number 15 sends it to number 40. Number 23 sends it to number 4. And it hits the net. Another one for Brook Lane. 10 to 15. Serving number 4. Sends it over. And number 3 sends it to number 1, who sends it to number 23. And hit out of bounds by Brook Lane. A point for the Conkers. Serving number 1, Alyssa Johnson. Serving number 1, Libero. 17 serving. 10, and that's an ace for Alyssa Johnson. Number 1, Libero, is a junior this year at West Florida Baptist Academy. And 15 is going to send it to number 14, and it hits the net. A point for the Conkers. 19 to 10. Conkers still in the lead by 9 points. Then serving number 1, Libero, Alyssa Johnson. He's out of bounds. It's going to go back to Brook Lane. 11 to 19. Conkers still in the lead by 8 points. And serving number 40. All right, serving number 40. Number 1 sends it to number 44. 15 sends it to 14, and it's out of bounds. A point for the Conkers. 20 to 11. Conkers in the lead by 9 points. Serving number 23, Maddie Whiting. Serving number 23. It hits the ground, an ace for the Conkers. Serving number 23, Maddie Whiting. 21 serving 12. Serving number 23. And that's an ace for the Conkers. 22 to 11. And the Conkers are going to go to the timeout called by Brook Lane. We'll be back shortly for the rest of the set. Update on number 15. I do believe that she did injure her either ankle, I heard, or her knee, somewhere on her leg, but is not able to play this match. All right, serving number 23, Maddie Whiting for the Conkers. 22 serving 12. 11. 22 serving 11. All right, serving number 23. Number 40 sends it over to number 2. Number 1 sends it to number 23, who sends it to number 18. Number 40 sends it to number 15, who sends it to number 2 for a spike on Brook Lane. 12-22. Serving number 22. Number 23 sends it over to number 1, libero Lisa Johnson. And that's a kill for the Conkers. 23 to 12. Serving number 23. Number 22, Hallie Hartman. And an ace for the Concord. Still serving number 22. Serving number 22. It's kicked out of bounds by Brook Lane. A point for the Conkers. And that is set. We'll be back shortly for set number 3, which consists of the first to 15. All right, we're back. Set 1 was won by Brook Lane. Set 2 won by the Conkers. And we are here for the tiebreaker set. Going in for number 44, Yana Kelker, is number 1, Alyssa Johnson. Serving number 15. All right, serving number 15 for Brook Lane. And it hits the net by the Conkers, a point for Brook Lane, 1-0. Serving number 15. Number 22 sends it to number 18. Number 15 sends it to number 40. And it hits the net by the Conkers, another one for Brook Lane, 2-0. Serving number 15. Number 20 sends it to number 23. Yeah, it's a point for the Conkers, 1-2. Spike by number 3, Allie Whiting. And serving number 3, Allie Whiting for the Conkers. Serving number 3. Number 15 sends it to number 40. Number 3 sends it to number 23, who sends it to number 14. Hands it out of bounds. That's a point for the Conkers. Kill by number 3, Allie Whiting. Serving number 3. 2 serving 2. This set is starting out very close. Number 4 sends it over. Number 3 sends it to number 23. Number 15 sends it to number 40. Number 3 sends it to number 18. Number 15 sends it to number 4. And that's a point for Brook Lane. 3-2. Serving. Number 4. And that's an ace for Brook Lane, 4-2. Conkers behind 2 points. Serving number 4. Number 23, 2 sends it. And does not pass the net, a point for Brook Lane. And going in for number 22, Hallie Hartman, is number 0, Ariana Gonzalez. 5 serving 2, serving number 4 for Brook Lane. And it hits the ground by the Conkers, a point for Brook Lane. 6-2. Serving. Number 4. And hit out of bounds by Brook Lane, a point for the Conkers. 3-6. Serving number 18, Emily Minter. Going in for number 0, Brianna Gonzalez. This is number 22, Hallie Hartman. And number 3 sends it to number 14. And it's hit out of bounds, a point for Brook Lane. 7-3. Conkers need to come up 4 points to tie the game. I was going to correct myself and say tie the set, but I guess, yeah, tie the game. Both teams have 1 set. Number 3 sends it to number 22, and it hits the net. A point for Brook Lane. Conquers are going to... All right, and the Conquerors are going to switch sides with Brook Lane. I'm wanting to say it has something to do with 8 points. So 8 serving 4, serving number 22. All right, serving for Brook Lane, number 22. Number 23 sends it to, and it hits the net by number 15 on Brook Lane. A point for the Conquerors. 5-8. Conquerors are making a comeback. Serving number 23, Maddie Whiting. Number 40 sends it to number 14. And it hits the net. A point for the Conquerors. 6-8. Serving number 23, Maddie Whiting. And 15 sends it to number 2. And it's out of bounds. The point goes to the Conquerors. 7 serving 8. Serving number 23, Maddie Whiting. And the point goes to Brook Lane. Serving number 14. All right. Serving number 14. And it goes to number 18, who sends it to number 23, who sends it to number 3, Allie Whiting. And that's a kill by number 3, Allie Whiting for the Conquerors. 8-9. And serving, number 22, Hallie Hartman. Number 15 sets it to number 4. And number 23 is going to send it to number 3. 15 on Brook Lane sends it to number 2. All right, number 3 is setting up for a spike, and it's out. A point for Brook Lane. 10-8. Conquerors behind 2 points. Going in for number 22, Hallie Hartman, is number 0, Aubriana Gonzalez. And serving number 2. And it hits the net by number 18 for the Conquerors. Another one for Brook Lane. 11-8. Serving number 2. And number 23 sends it to number 18 for a spike. It's returned by number 15. Set to number 4 for a spike on Brook Lane's side. And 15 on Brook Lane's going to set it to number 40 for a tip. It is returned by the Conquerors. Sent back over to Brook Lane. And hit out of bounds by number 1. A point for Brook Lane. 12-8. And the Conquerors have taken a timeout. All right, serving number 2 for Brook Lane. And 23 sends it to number 3. And it hits the ground by the Conquerors. Another point for Brook Lane, 13-8. Conquerors in the lead, or Brook Lane in the lead by 5 points. Serving number 2. Number 23 sets it to number 18 for a tip. It is returned by number 40, set to number 4. And it hits the net for Brook Lane. A point for the Conquerors, 9-13. And going in for number 1, libero Alyssa Johnson is number 14, Janelle Riley. And it's out of bounds by the Conquerors. 14-9. And serving and going in for number 1. Or going in for number 44 is number 1, libero Alyssa Johnson. And serving for match point, number 15 for Brook Lane. And it goes into the net. A point for the Conquerors. 10-14, Conquerors behind 4. I have definitely seen more of a comeback than this, so the Conquerors can come back. I've seen them come back by 10 and 15 points when they were behind 10 and 15, so it is definitely possible. It hits the net by Brook Lane. Another point for the Conquerors, 11-14, and serving number 3, Allie Whiting. By Brook Lane, a point for the Conquerors. It's 12-14. Serving number 3, Allie Whiting for the Conquerors. Conquerors definitely making their comeback. 15 sends it to number 4. Number 15 sends it to number 40 for a tip. And that is match. Thank you for tuning in for this tournament, and we will be back the next match of the regular season. Thank you for tuning in during this tournament. Have a great day.